So this is called Every Child's Nightmare, and it's about a time in my life when I was being bullied. So this one's for all of the people who are in similar situations and just need some inspiration. A chain reaction, never ending. Those days of unbearable heartache and torment were inescapable. With the pressure almost too much to bear and the fog so palpable, too thick to navigate, when you stood on the verge of disaster, a cliff so high that a simple nudge could push you over the edge. When you were lost in a sea of nameless faces who went out of their way to learn your name so they could swear to everyone they met that you were nothing but a joke, that when it rained, you were the last one to know because you were vertically challenged, the perfect addition to the seven dwarves, the shadow in the background who couldn't stand up tall enough to stand up for yourself. Those offensive, ignorant slurs, you heard them all, ugly, chubby, melodramatic, gay, useless, loser, pathetic, the cliche teenage insults, as if all of that made you inferior to them, too worthless to understand the purpose of life, as if life was nothing more than a chess game with every non-essential pawn trying to take out your king.
Yeah.
You see, their tongues were like sharp knives that instead of drawing blood, drew fear, and they sliced through you, they tore you to pieces. But being cut down with words was the least of your worries when there were so many other things to be worried about. Like whether or not you would be lonely again, whether or not those sleepless nights would ever end, whether or not you would feel the sting of bitterness, whether or not they would point your way and laugh like swans toward an ugly duckling because shame was their main claim to fame, not love or compassion or any of the good, only the bad remained. And despite the friends that never left, you never felt more alone. They had hearts of stone telling you that you felt too much, trusted too little, because let me tell you, there is a hell of a difference between being lonely and being alone. And all these common misconceptions made you feel worse because you knew how much they wanted to watch you fall, and then you'd recall how the ceaseless barrage of abuse pierced your body. There is no roadmap to life, you're in for the long haul. Middle school were survival of the fittest, then high school is all out war. Instead of bodies lying on the battlefield, they were the pieces of yourself that you had lost in the process, because nothing could top the warfare that raged inside your soul, begging you to stop the madness, to give in. You knew how it wouldn't go away or be wiped away, like the stains on your clothing or the scuffs on your shoes or the dust on that book about self-love that you've yet to open. And sometimes turning up the volume on your headphones so loud that you could barely hear your own thoughts wasn't always the cure, because the pain they left was still underneath, still clawing, making its way out, making you the one overlooked, the one alone, the standout. And even when you finally forsook that last shard of hope, it wasn't their liability. It wasn't their fault that your tears prevented you from seeing straight from seeing the truth. And when the promises amounted to nothing and all the lies piled up so high that you could barely see over them, only then could you let go. Only then could you show that maybe you were fishing in a sea of grief or drowning in oceans of thoughts. Maybe even so, it doesn't matter what they think. Maybe this perfect vision you have of yourself is blurred in their eyes, not yours. And all those times you wanted to fade into the background, listen up, because that time is over. You want the truth, ask around. Being different isn't wrong, and loving who you are isn't a sin, because the last time I checked, it isn't everything to fit in. You were born to be yourself, not anybody else, and nobody can take that away from you. So to those who are fighting within themselves, hold on, because who's to say the battle is over before it has even begun? The truth is that it doesn't matter how many times you fall. It's about how many times you can fall and still be able to rise. It's about looking into someone else's eyes and saying, I can. Not I can't. So don't you worry about all those superficial friends and clothes. The only thing you have to dress in is your smile. Don't worry about never being good enough, because the only one you could ever disappoint is yourself. You're lost, but it doesn't have to be that way. Don't be the scapegoat. Don't be the victim. It's twisted, I know, but don't keep those broken wings broken. Outspoken is the new tragedy. This can't be, it can change. So open up your eyes and clear that fog. Get off that cliff, your stranded atop. It's a chain reaction, never ending. But you can find the courage to make it stop. Thank you.